jhookmagic. I'm Jess. Thank you so much for coming and stumbling along my channel and wanting to hang out with me. I truly appreciate it. I hope all is well. Okay, my yarny friends. Today I am going to show you how to start crocheting. Just a simple basics just to get you going. I'm so excited that you want to take this journey and learn this hobby because it's amazing. I had a friend reach out and they wanted me to teach them, and I figured, let me make a video on it, put it out there in case anybody else is wanting to learn and or need a refresher course, or and then that way they can go back and keep playing the video and it's there for them, or it's there for whoever needs it. Okay, so let's start with our materials. You are just going to need yarn, any kind of yarn. You can get it at the Dollar Tree. You can get it at Walmart, Michael's, Joann, Hobby Lobby, your mom's stash, your grandma's stash, your aunts, your uncles, anywhere. Just get yarn. And a hook. I will be using a J hook, which is a 6. I would recommend a bigger hook for beginners. It's just easier for you guys to hold, and kind of makes the stitches a little bigger so you can see where you're going or where you have to go into. It just makes it a little easier until it clicks and you're like, oh, okay. Also, I would recommend, but not needed, some stitch markers. And you don't even have to have these. These you can also get anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I think they might have them at the dollar store. I'm not sure though. But you don't have to even have these exact ones. You can use, what I have used before is you can cut a different color piece of yarn and you could put it through the stitches, and that also holds. And a lot of people use bobby pins, so you could use anything. Like I said, it is not recommended. No, it is not needed, but I recommend it, especially for beginners, because it helps you learn your first stitch and your last stitch, and it kind of helps so you don't add too many or too less stitches in your row. So it keeps your edges nice and straight. Because if not, it can bow out like this if you add too many. It'll curve in like this if you're adding too less. If you're adding more on one side. But anyway, don't be intimidated. I'm just telling you this just to kind of make it easier and help you out so you're less frustrated. It happens to everybody. It even happens to me at times when I am not paying attention. So no worries. All right, so who's excited to start crocheting? All right, let me turn the camera around and let's get started. Okay, so we have all our supplies and let's get started. So first thing that we want to do when you're crocheting is we need to start with a slip knot. There's many different ways you can do a slip knot. I'm going to show you how I learned and how I do it. So I wrap it around and I make a loop, right? Then I'm going to just cross it, pinch where I crossed it. Then I'm going to take this loop and lay it on the working yarn. So then you have a loop here. Take my hook. I'm going to put it in. Right? Pull it up. Now you have the working yarn in this tail. And then we go, whoop. And then you just want to pull on the working yarn just to tighten it. You don't want it real tight on the crochet. You want to have wiggle room here on the hook. Okay. So that is what you call a slip knot. That is how you start mainly all projects. There are 2 different types of ways to holding your hook. This is called the pencil. So it's kind of like, when you write a pencil, people hold it like this. And then there is the knife, which is like this. Figure out what feels comfortable in the way you hold it in your hand. When I first started out, I did the pencil, but then it started hurting my wrist and I switched over to the knife, and I find this more comfortable. Also, with holding the working yarn, a lot of people like wrap it around their fingers a certain way. They'll hold their pointer finger out. Some just have it like wrapped around twice, I think I've seen. So however you feel comfortable, you know, it may take a few times, just play around with it and see. Me, I just kind of lightly hold the yarn for, you know, it to pass through, because you don't want to be too tight holding the yarn, because then your stitches will be really tight, and unless you're doing amigurumi, but we're not there yet, but we will be, right? Okay, so I just lightly hold mine here and I wrap it around like, wait, how do I do it? Yeah, I just hold it loosely in my hand and I have it just resting on my pointer finger. So what you're gonna, so that's your setup on holding the hook and the yarn. Now, what we're gonna do is called a chain. A chain is when you just wrap around and pull through. You wanna go under, wrap it around, and you're just gonna pull it through the hook on your, the stitch on your hook. See if I could get closer, if it'll focus. Okay, so you go under, hold your work, pull it through. Now, if you find that to be a little confusing or a little hard right now, you're a little fumbly with holding your yarn, this is an easy way to do it too. You just want to wrap it around, come over the hook, and pull it through. And if you still find that too much, you wrap around the hook, right? Hold the working yarn and your start. Then you take your hook hand, put the hook down, and you can take this first stitch here and you take it and you pull it over the hook. So you go wrap, let go, and then pull over the hook and pull up. So just work on this and find what way works best for you. Does it work better if you just are holding it and you want to just use the hook to do all the work? Or is it better if you wrap it and then pull the hook through? Or does it work better if you wrap it and then you take your fingers and pull it over that loop and over the hook? And then this is what you call a chain. Oh, I should have mentioned what we should do if you want is you take your stitch marker and put it in that first stitch. So then that way you know that's your first stitch. And you can just keep practicing the chain, and you can just chain as long as you want. And the little V's on top, they're the chains, and that's how you count. You count the V's to see what you have. So we would have 1, see the V, and then the other V, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I kind of messed up down here when I was doing it, but you guys get it. So now you can just keep practicing this and just keep going and going and going until your little heart desires. If you want, you can just do a little swatch once you get the hang of it. Or you can make it real long. You make it real long and then you can come back and forth with single, double, half double crochets. You can make a scarf, a blanket, you could do anything. So work on the chain stitch, and then once you feel comfortable with that, I'm going to show you how to do a single crochet. So that way, when you get comfortable with making the chains, you can come back and do a single crochet, so then you can really start to make it into something. So a single crochet, you never go into this one because this is the stitch on your hook. So you don't go into that one. You go into this next one. You can go underneath both. Yeah, we can. So what you want to do is you want to see the V here. So what you want to do is you want to go underneath there. So when you stick it in the bottom of the stitch, you have the V up here. Okay? So you're in the stitch. Now it's just like the chain stitch. You're going to wrap it around and you're going to bring it through that stitch and pull up. Now you'll have two hooks on two loops on your hook. Then you're going to wrap around again and pull through both loops, and that gives you a single crochet. And then you're going to want to take your stitch marker and put it in the top of that stitch. So see how it has the V, and that's in there, so you know this is the first stitch. And then when we crochet all the way around, you know that this is the last stitch that you put a stitch in. Well, that's the last chain that you put it in. So again, here's the stitch. We go in the bottom. We're going to wrap around, bring up a loop, wrap around, go through 2. Okay, and now let's show you another way. Go in, take your yarn, wrap it, okay, then take your yarn and your chain, hold it, and then pull it through, wrap it, hold your yarn and chain, and pull it through 2. Or that bottom part here, you're going to go in. So you have 2 loops on the top of the hook. Okay, going to take it. We're going to wrap it. Okay, we're going to hold it, the working yarn and the chain, and then we're going to take this middle one here, the chain, and we're going to put it, and we're going to put it over that yarn, the loop and the hook. Then we're going to take it and we're going to wrap it. We're going to wrap it. Okay, now you want to hold the working yarn and your chain. Then you want to take your 2 loops together, or you could do one at a time, and you're going to put those over that loop and the hook. And you got it. So whatever way that you want to do the single crochet, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just keep working on it. Just keep practicing. It may take a little bit, but it's fun. And once you learn the basic stitches, you can really make anything, and it's really cool. So we go in through the bottom stitch. Okay, wrap it around. Oh, you could even hold the yarn back here too, that might work. Take the chain, pull it over, wrap it around. And then, so you have 3 loops on your hook. You want to take these back 2 and bring them over the loop and the hook. So like I said, just keep practicing, whatever makes you comfortable, and just keep working right on down the chain. However long you did your chain, just go right down it. And then I'm going to show you when you come to the end. Okay, so I'm at the end of doing single crochets down your chain. I'm at the last stitch, and I know that because I have my stitch marker here. So I take it out and put the last single crochet in that stitch, like so. Then I'm going to chain 1, so just pull it through, and then I'm gonna turn my work. And it's all easy peasy from here. That first chain, it's a little tough, but once you get past that, it's fine. Because now you can see with the V's and these holes here. So your stitches will go here, here, here. Okay, so now to start row 2, this first one here, you're gonna put your hook in and do your single crochet. But then before you go any further, get your hook. And can you guys see? And then you want to put it right in that stitch, so you know, right? Okay, so now moving on. And if you have to pull it a little, you can. See, here's your next stitch. See, these rows going forward are so much easier because you can see the stitches now. And you can see the holes that you just have to put your hook in. See? So you just keep going across, keep practicing your single crochet, your chains. You know, don't get frustrated, don't give up. Just take your time, relax. Try not to grip the hook so tight. You want everything to be kind of loose and just guide. You know, you just want to, oops. Okay, maybe don't make sound effects because it doesn't work. All right, so let me just show you when I get down to this end, and then I just want to show you one more time with ending and starting a new row. Sorry if I'm going fast, I'm just trying to get to the end here. Okay, so we're at the end of the row, and you can tell because here's our stitch marker. So we're going to take our stitch marker out. Okay, find the stitch. Here it is. We go in, around, come up. So now we're at the end of the row. So to get to the next row, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Okay. Let's see, we could see our stitches. So here is our first one. So we're going to go in, pull up, wrap around, pull through, stop. Now that we made our first stitch, let's put our, let's see if I could get close without it getting too blurry. There we go. But, can you guys see? Okay, the stitch marker in, close it up. Okay, and then we are on our merry little way to go down the rest of the row here. And like I said, as you build up, it's easier because you can hold. You can see your stitches. If you can't, just pull them apart a little bit, and then they're right there, right here. Pull it. So that's your first stitch that you went in down there. So this top hole right here, this is your new stitch. This is your new stitch. This is your new stitch. New stitch. New stitch. Okay. So hopefully you guys understood that or enjoyed it. Please continue to practice and work on it. And I'll check back with you guys in I don't know, maybe next Monday, and I'll show you the next stitch to do. And by doing the chains and the single crochet, like I said, you can make it as long or short as you want. You can make this into a scarf, a blanket, a pillow, anything you want. So just knowing these basic stitches, you could do anything. So keep practicing, don't give up, and I'll hook up with you later. Bye.